I broke my own rule. Part of it was circumstance. We were short-staffed. A call came in, and the step that normally happens first did not happen. But part of it was deliberate. I ran an experiment I already knew the answer to because I wanted to see it on my own terms with my own eyes. The experiment worked. The rule was right. And it also showed me something I did not want to see. Every business has a front door, or it should. Ours is a qualifying step. It happens before anything else, before the recommendation, before the quote, before we do any work at all or get any intake information. It's the moment where we figure out whether a prospect is someone we can actually serve well or someone we should send somewhere better suited to them. The rule is simple. If someone does not pass that step, we do not skip ahead. We refer them. We wish them well. We do not take the business. It would not be fair for them or for my team members. I wrote that rule. It is my rule. It's how I want things ran. We were short-staffed one day. The person who normally handles that first step was not there. A call came in. I took it, and I skipped that step. Now, part of that was just the circumstance. Short-staffed, busy, moving fast. That happens. But I want to be honest about the other part. This was a low-stakes situation, and if we did not get this particular client, it would not have hurt us so much. So I made a deliberate call to run an experiment. I went straight to the work, built the recommendation, and then I put a cheaper, weaker option on the table right next to the right one. I wanted to see what a price-driven prospect would do. So what happened was she looked at my 4 options and she took the cheap one. Of course she did. That is exactly what my rule was written to prevent. The experiment confirmed what I already knew, and I used it as a teaching moment. A price-driven prospect will take the cheaper option. Putting it on the table next to the right one does not help them. It just gives them a way out. We now serve someone who is not the right fit. It's not a value judgment on her personally. It's not because anyone on my team dropped the ball either. It's because I walked past my own front door. But here's the part that actually stuck with me. The experiment did not just prove the rule. It showed me that I am not yet fully in the habit of the things that I'm trying to build. The things I want to see happen, I have to get into a habit of doing myself. There's a difference between knowing the right process and being in the groove of running it automatically. I know the step, I wrote the step, and I still skipped it. Here's the part I want you to sit with. Building a system is not the same as living it. You can write the rule, document the process, train your team, and still catch yourself skipping the step when you're busy, when you're short-staffed, or when you're curious what happens if you do not follow it. That's not a failure of the system. That is the gap between wanting something to work a certain way and being fully in the habit of doing it that way. The gap is real. It closes with repetition. It closes with consistency. It does not close because you announced it. And if I expect my team to hold the standard, I have to hold it first. Not because I am the boss, because if I am the one walking past the front door, I do not get to be surprised when someone else does the same thing. Last episode, I talked about the back door, the work of keeping what you already have. This is the front door, who you let in the first place, whether you hold your own standard when it is inconvenient. Sometimes that commission looks so good, but you're not a fit. They are the same lesson from 2 different directions. A standard that lives in a system holds. A standard that lives in a mood does not hold. Subscribe and turn on notifications. The rebuild is still in motion, and once you are in the groove of doing things the right way, you will never want to go back. We're not there yet, but we are building it, and we are making progress, and we're going to come out on the other end stronger.